might be wondering how I've been able to catch imposters so easily, or how I always seem to be 10 steps ahead. Well, in this video, I'm going to explain everything you need to know. You've probably scrolled through some of my clips and asked yourself, how does he come up with all that so fast? How does he think through every situation instantly? We're gonna go through 7 steps that I personally use every game. I'm not promising you'll become a god-tier detective overnight, but by the end of this video, you'll definitely be better than the average Among Us player. Step 1. The foundation. So first things first, when you load up Among Us, head straight to settings and turn on colorblind mode. Even if you're not colorblind, just do it. Why? I'll explain that later in the video, but trust me, this one small change helps way more than you think. Now, as you load into a game, before you even start a round, always check a few things. Number of tasks, which roles are enabled, the kill cooldown, vision distance, everything. Because those settings is what literally determines if you win or lose a game. You can't win a game if you don't understand the conditions first, but before I even explain or show you a gameplay, there's something you have to get. Among Us is not a game of luck. It's a game of psychology, and the only way to beat psychology is with psychology. Alright, let the game begins. Step 2. The first 15 seconds rule. When you spawn in as a crewmate, your first 15 seconds are the most important part of the entire round. I call this the data collection phase. Every round, mentally note 3 things, and don't skip this. Number 1, who leaves spawn first. 2, who you cross paths with, and 3, where bodies are later found. These 3 things are your timeline. Some people will say, bro, I'll forget who I saw. That's why you call colors out loud. This is where colorblind mode comes in, because now the game shows both the color and name clearly. You'll remember faster. Just say it while playing blue, pink, red together. It looks dumb, but it works. For example, let's say blue ran right side early, but the first body's found left. That already doesn't add up. You're not accusing anyone, you're planting logic in your own head. So when the meeting hits, your mind connects everything automatically. Alright, let me show you in real time. The game begins and I am a crewmate. Step number 2 has already began. Instantly, I head to the right, already noting individual crewmates, calling them out in my head. Lights are sabotaged, and I decide to head to admin, this time to check around for anything suspicious. On another note, also be calling out the names you see in the video. I move around back towards shields and cross paths with brown, then back towards navigation and also cross paths with orange. Perfect. I head back to admin this time, and I see brown standing on yellow body. Now time for a pop quiz. Is brown the imposter? Oh, if you said yes, I'll advise you guys and give you a chance to go back and rewatch the start of the gameplay, then come back and re-answer. If you said no, and type who was the imposter in comments as you're watching this right now. Let's get back to the video. A meeting is called, and instantly I question Brown about his location, but he gave no response. I decide to accuse Green. Why? Rewatch this part and take note of Green and Yellow both in admin, and we know there are the possibilities of a shapeshifter. So that's why Green is the most likely choice. He's voted out and he's the imposter. That gameplay was uncut with minimal editing and showed my raw style of playing, but at the same time, it showed the usage of Step 1 and Step 2 all in one game. If you want to fully watch the rest of that game, put it somewhere later in the video. Also, if you want to be able to watch the rest of my gameplay fully uncut, possibly without any voiceover, might be boring, I might upload to memberships only. Now, let's get back to the video. Step 3. The confusion bait. This one's risky, but deadly if done right. I call it the confusion bait. The goal is to make imposters over-explain or reveal information that only the killer would know or just remain quiet. Here's how. When a body's reported and you weren't there, but you suspect someone, don't accuse straight. Just act a little confused or ask important questions. I will show you a gameplay now. Like in this game, I have my suspicions on red, but I was not 100% sure how. So I decided to ask him where he was, and he never said a word. Note in previous meetings he talked the most, but now he never said a word. This is called the confusion bait, which confirms my suspicion, and I decide to accuse Red. He's voted. He's the imposter. Perfect. Step 4. Know your tasks. I know this sounds basic, but most people still don't actually know their tasks. If you want to catch imposters, you have to understand what's possible and what's not. On Skeld, there are only 2 common tasks, card swipe and wires. So if you see only one is available, imposters should only fake that one. But if you notice them pretending to do both, boom, you found one. Also, watch how they do visual tasks. For example, trash if someone does the first part but never finishes the second. They're lying. Same with electrical wires. If you really know the correct order of wire rooms, you'll instantly spot when someone does it wrong. I won't explain all wire orders here, but I'll put an image on screen, learn it once, and it'll help forever. Step 5. The freeze frame strategy. This one is all about body language, or in Among Us, movement psychology. The point is to watch how other crewmate moves. If someone sees you and immediately turns back or starts acting weird, that's an instinctive imposter reaction. They panic when they think they've been acting suspicious. This trick works especially well in casual lobbies, because imposters still get tense when they have the role. In pro or sweaty lobbies, you'll need to mix it up. Either way, the goal is to read reactions, not chase kills. I will show you one of my gameplay exactly using this strategy. Look at this detail. You would notice Blue is moving up and down. A bit confused. Exactly, he's already panicking because he is the imposter. Now I will fast forward it. I get some evidence on him and get him voted out. Imposter. Perfect. As easy as that. In the same game, look at Pink also repeating Blue previous movements, the same back and forth confusion movements. I get some evidence on Pink too, just like I did with Blue, and also voted out. Imposter. You see the connection right, and that just basically sums up the freeze frame strategy. It's all about the movements. Step 6. The report bait. Alright, this one's subtle but powerful. When you find a body alone, don't instantly report. Wait a bit and use that time to quickly check nearby rooms or halls. Sometimes you'll catch the killer just exiting or venting. About 80% of the time, you'll notice something a pet left behind or a player nearby that shouldn't be there. That little observation could be what wins the next meeting. Now, if you see someone killed directly in front of you, never rush the report. Follow them, because shapeshifters usually unshift right after. You can catch their real color before they disappear. Timing is everything. I will show you a gameplay, just watch this. In this game, I am the engineer. Perfect. I head into the vents trying to do the Bermuda Triangle method. When I notice 2 red and 1 killing Cyan in medbay, I get out of the vents and instead of reporting the body, I decide to chase the fake red around the map, but the shapeshift cooldown was longer and the body foolishly is reported. You might think that the step 6 didn't work, then you're also wrong, because just that delay in report made me realize who the imposter is. With combination of step 2 and step 6, I was able to deduce who I never saw around in the game, and that being Coral. I accuse him and we vote Coral and imposter. Perfect. If you have watched up to this point of the video, then please like and subscribe. Also, we have a new Discord server. I will link it in the description of this video. Do well to join, as it will give you the chance to play with me and be in one of my videos. Step 7. The clock sync theory. The last one. And finally, my favorite, the clock sync theory. This one's about using timing to catch imposters without even seeing them. Remember in step 1 when I said to check the settings? This is why. Before the round starts, take note of the kill cooldown. Let's say it's 15 seconds. Now, start counting mentally when the round begins. When the first body is reported, check that timer in your head. If it's around 10-20 seconds, fine. That means imposter moved quickly and killed early. But if the first kill happens much later, like 50 seconds in, that usually means imposter was staying close to others early, faking tasks, pretending to be safe. So ironically, the people you felt safest around might actually be the killers. And that's what makes this step dangerous but smart. It flips your whole perception of the lobby. Look at another short of one of my gameplays. In this video, a body is reported and I take notes of the crewmates I was moving with, which is step 2. Then I calculate the seconds when the game started and when the kill was reported, which indicated it was Cyan's self-report. He is voted out imposter. This strategy is probably the toughest to master, but it is one of my best. So yeah, those are my 7 steps. If you actually follow them, you'll already be ahead of 90% of lobbies. Subscribe, like the video, and trust me next time, you'll never look at Among Us the same way again.